Hey Ophiuchus, Secret 13 shifters. Welcome to the Existential Shift, working with the Rider Waite Tarot. If you're new to the realm of Ophiuchus, you are welcome to check out my Ophiuchus playlist. The first couple of videos, if you'll scroll back in time, I give intros that are very explanatory as to what Ophiuchus is and specifically in relation to how I do readings for Ophiuchus. Okay, so if you're about that, check it out. Right. Ophiuchus. Another thing to note, if wind or whatever other exterior circumstances create less than perfect ideal sound, I apologize. I have to record outside at this time. It's either this or nothing, so thank you for your understanding and your patience. All right. Ophiuchus, please. What is coming through for Ophiuchus? The Death card and the Strength card. Should you be more intense? No, Morgainne, I'm Ophiuchus. So, I hear you. Okay. They landed like with the Death card with its back to the Strength card. These two primal sentient beings, the horse and the lion, are facing away from each other, both mounted or handled by a living human or, for lack of a better term, unliving human. And the contradictories, the polarity, the energies here is very evident. To add to that, this represents also Scorpio and this also represents Leo, which are in astrology in a square, 90 degrees to one another, meaning contradictory or opposing. There's two forces that are very big, very powerful forces within you right now. Both in them and of themselves are very positive, important on a human level, on a mundane level, on a philosophical level, and so on and so forth. And yet they seem to not be in cooperation within your system. Your system can be yourself, your system can be your environment, your way of life, the matrix that you're in, etc., etc. So I kind of feel like this is really in alignment with the square that we. So there is okay. Interesting, because two squares that are currently existing are coming through because this is Scorpio, right? And we have Leo, a lot of energies, a lot of planets right now transiting Leo that are squaring Scorpio. Okay, that's one. But then another square that is coming through is that Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And Pluto is currently squaring / bending the nodes that just transitioned to North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. If this is all Chinese to you, bear with me. I will explain what it means. And if it's not Chinese to you, now you have a premise to what I'm about to explain. You understand this language. So either way, we're good. It's like the celestial bodies and energies at this time that affect us all as a collective are very powerfully affecting you on a personal level, more so than others. It really plays out on your day-to-day personal life and in your inner system. There are two aspects in you that are valid, that are important, that you value, that represent a type of power that you have in the world and in life, that pull you in different directions. It's like a tug of war. Both teams are important, both teams are worthy. In a way, you're kind of on the bench or in the audience watching them, and you don't know who to root for because you root for both. Because both, maybe you have good friends on each side, on each of the teams, right? If you have one brother in one of the team and another sister in the other team, and you're like, I don't know who to root for. I want them both to win, but they can't both win. That's the nature of things. The tie will only prolong this contrast. So either way, there is a victory in this and there is a loss in this. How to go about it? Well, you can either bitch about it and be like, "Oh, I have to lose this in order to gain this." Okay, that's a possibility. Another option is the losing energy to be integrated into the winning energy and utilized by the winning energy, hence sustained and contained alive. It lives on in a different format. So either the strength card here takes the front seat, and then the death card here is, the supporting um, passenger seat or co-pilot, or vice versa. Now, what are these two forces that are contradictory, that can't coexist, unfortunately, at this time? Do we hold on to and make it work and stay loyal and resistant and maintain something against all odds? Or do we move away from it and part ways with it and welcome a new possibility, a new possible path, a new possible timeline? Are you holding on to the current timeline because it's worthy, it's just challenging, and your spirit can do it? It's just hard, but you can do it. Or do you let go of the current timeline because there is another valid, legitimate timeline available for you that will make things easier in and of itself, that timeline? Part of it that will not be easy is the letting go of the existing timeline, the existing dream, the existing relationship, the existing belief system, and so on and so forth. None of them are bad. It's just you feel fragmented, you feel torn. Because interestingly enough, with all these celestial forces that force themselves onto us, this is actually an expression of true free choice. Two different timelines. Both can be two different fates. Which one will it be? I need to write it down, so it's going to be the caption, I guess. I always tell myself, "Oh, I'll remember this for sure," and then I don't remember it. So thank you for letting me take a pause and write it down. And sip coffee. And vape. Show us more, please. More practical. How does it, more practical level, how does it play out? Three of Pentacles. What is it that you build now, right? The wolf you choose to feed. The primordial deity within you playing out as an animal archetype. Which one do you build with and upon? The horse or the lion? The release and transformation and recreation and creation, or the integration of the existing into something solid against all odds? Which one will it be? That's not mine to tell you. That's yours to choose. It's so challenging because you can't really take the list of pros and cons. Will come out even. It has to be a subjective choice that aligns with who you want to grow into being. So you can tell yourself, well, one of the options really resonates with who I am, or with the life path that I chose. It's positive. Okay. The other option resonates with the person you aspire to become, and a life path that you believe is more beneficial for you and or for your environment and or for the world. So that's the best advice that I can give you in relation to what it is that you should choose. Either way, once you make that choice, you got to go all in. gotta cooperate, you gotta build, you gotta plan. You can't fragment the energy that you invest into this. It has to be focused in order for it to be built. Otherwise, you'll stay on the middle for a very long time, walking between the worlds, not truly living any of these worlds, only theoretically being in both worlds, deluding yourself that you have both, but in reality, living none. It's a very dissatisfying life, painful one to lead. 10 of Swords, something's got to give, something's got to end, something's got to be killed. Okay? Algorithm, please don't punish me. I said it in like, an analogy, a metaphor. Something's got to go, be released. The reason why it's painful is because it's a painful part of you. King of Pentacles and Five of Cups. See, instead of focusing on what you'll be gaining, you're focusing on what you might be losing. Act like a King of Pentacles. Be super practical and productive. I chose this. I'm in it. I'm going to win it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to waste my time and energy on pessimism or regret. If I had chosen the other thing, I would regret that one. Better to regret a non-serving past than to regret a potential better future. Okay, whoa. Wow. The Sun, King of Swords, another king. The High Priestess and 10 of Pentacles. Okay, this is our reading. Let's focus on this. Here we have another squaring energies. Capricorn coming through in the King of Pentacles and Libra coming through in the King of Swords. Where Pluto is squaring the nodes. And in between the Sun. Enlightenment, higher consciousness coming through as the Sun, is a result of integrating opposing, contradicting forces. This is pretty much our purpose here in this life as souls, right? Experiencing all the different aspects that life has to offer to us, understanding them, thus understanding God, is a oneness existence that includes within it alignment and contradiction, right? Oneness obviously includes oneness, but oneness also includes contradictory and polarity. It includes harmony, but it includes struggle. And from being able to live with both, and when I say live with both, I mean philosophically, not in practicality, because in practicality, you need to choose a path and walk it in order to learn it. Your higher self, or divine forces, are able to live by and through polar energies. But we as humans here in this polar world don't have that privilege or capacity. It's just not the way this 3D earthly existence operates. So you can philosophically come to terms with the contradicting energy within you and within the world, but happiness and joy will come from a combination of that understanding, but also with the practical, active letting go, sacrifice of one of them for the sake of the other. And that is true wisdom, by the way. That is knowing life in a way that creates, manifests abundance, stability, joy, legacy. You're constantly letting yourself be pulled in an endless tug of war game in life. You know, you're not one of the teams, you're the rope. So okay, you're cool, you're this divine rope that bridged the worlds. Great. Are you happy? You can be a member of one of the teams while being completely aware to the importance of the rope, but also while also being humble enough and aware enough to recognize that you're not a rope. Uh, the high priestess also is a personification of the archetype of Persephone, who was the queen of the underworld and of the queen of the above world, so of life and death, right? Of crops and decay, of the aware and the unaware, of the conscious and the subconscious or superconscious, however you'd like to refer to it. The thing about her, she wasn't in both places at once. That would mean a collapse of both worlds into nothing, into chaos. She was 6 months in the underworld, ruling with Hades, and 6 months in the above world, ruling life with Demeter, her mother. She was all in when she was in. So, does this choice mean you'll have to stay there forever, or that there won't come another point in life, a crossroad in which you'll have to choose to stay or to change? Of course not. There will come another crossroad in which you'll have to choose. Do I stay in this lifetime, or do I jump to another one? And maybe the next timeline that you'll choose, or this timeline that you'll choose not to stay with, depending on your choices, will be great, and you'll choose to stay, and maybe not, and you'll choose to opt out into something else. You don't know yet because you haven't gone through the experience of what it will be like to live through whatever it is that you'll choose. But in order to gain a life experience that is of the Sun and Ten of Pentacles, joy, happiness, health, wealth, well-being, connection, community, all the good stuff that we think are small in the face of this infinite existence, but they are the things that make us happy or miserable, that makes us healthy or unhealthy. Bottom line, do you wake up in the morning happy, or do you wake up in the morning depressed? Those are the things that determine that, making them no less spiritual, perhaps even more spiritual. Because the skeleton and the foundation of the tower, without it, there is no tower. So the skeleton and the foundation of existence, be it for you now as a human being, this life, this earth, it's not just a part of it, it's crucial. So I get it, you're spiritual and you're wise and you're ethereal and you understand one is consciousness and everything is everything and nothing at the same time. Cool, yeah, we know, we know this. We all know this. Religion knows this. Science knows this. Spiritual people know this. Let me tell you something. Atheists know this. Plays out in different forms. We all know this basic truth. However, we all also know that even though a bird exists and can fly, that doesn't mean automatically that you're a bird or that you're going to jump off the roof because you allegedly can fly. Well, this sentient being can do it. It exists in the world. Hence, I must be able to do it too. No, you can't. And you know it. You're not going to defy me by proving to me that you can. You're not going to go and jump. Please don't. Please don't. Thank you. So if you understand this simple concept, you can use that understanding to understand this message. Relationships, good, healthy relationships, good amount of money in the bank, safe, clean home. Put your absolute focus onto those in whichever way suits you at this time. It seems like you're going to have to choose different, one of two or more options, but go with it. Devote yourself to it. And that's how you'll achieve both happiness and sustain the wisdom that is on the spiritual level. If Want to study tarot from me? Check out Tarot Masterclass. It's on Vimeo, 90 pre-recorded classes. It's very wholesome. It's for beginners and professionals alike because they take you from zero to mastery in a very responsible, linear yet 360 way. Yes, it's possible. I did it. You can check it out. Um, and I guess that's it. Thank you for being here. I love you. Stay magic. Stay true. I love you.